Is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for July 20th, 2021, or it's Neil Armstrong Day. This is the 52nd anniversary of man walking on the moon for the first time. So, what better way to celebrate? Well, we already did the Gaylord Perry home run game. Do you remember that? Let's go look on my channel. I believe it was a tribute game, I believe, for Willie McCovey. Anyway, my name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program. Today, the Dodgers and Braves hook up again. If you were with us yesterday, or watch on Twitch on demand, you watched a hell of a game between the Brooklyn Dodgers and the Boston Braves. They went 12 innings before the Dodgers won 2-1. Today, they meet for the last time this year. The Dodgers get on a train. They head to Philadelphia after this one. They're not playing tomorrow. You'll see the Cardinals on Thursday, because the Cardinals have finished their season series against the Pittsburgh Pirates. We'll talk about it in the fourth inning. They are headed for Wrigley for their last 3 games of the year. It's close, it's tight. Who's going to win? I don't know, and neither do you. Neither do I. We're going to find out together, though, as Warren Spahn and Preacher Rowe go next on Retro Sports Network. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 1949, the Pennant Chase, today from Braves Field in Boston. It is the Boston Braves and the Brooklyn Dodgers, and today's game is brought to you by DigitalNights.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes. No, I don't want that. Or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And on a beautiful September 29th afternoon in Boston, the Braves close out their season series against the Brooklyn Dodgers. 76 degrees, calm winds, 4 miles an hour out to left center field against that scoreboard, which is heading to Kansas City, they tell me, in a few years. Don't tell me how I know that, but that's true. Warren Spahn gets the call. Unless he starts 3 of the last 4 games, this will be his 36th start. He won't get them all in. 20-11 on the year, a 3.79 ERA. Spahn isn't quite ageless at this point. He's 28 years old, a fastball pitcher at 86, and doesn't favor the ground ball nor the fly ball. Against the Dodgers, this will be his 5th start. He has thrown 33 1/3 innings. You can put the needle on that record. 32 hits, 18 runs, 17 earned. He has walked 12 and struck out 12. He is 2-1 against the Dodgers with an ERA of 4.59. And his last time out, we'll get this eventually, was against the Giants in somehow a no decision on the 24th. So he's on full rest. 9 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs all earned. He walked 6 and struck out 4, but yet he didn't lose the ball game. 289 2/3 innings on the replay, 285 hits, 28 home runs, 139 runs in total, 122 of them are earned. He has walked 95 and struck out 135. He beat the Dodgers on September 5th, a 4-hitter through 9 innings, and had a no decision in extra innings on the 20th of August. Those were his last 2 starts. The Dodgers beat him on July 7th. So the lineup that Spahn will face: Pee Wee Reese leads off at short. Eddie Mixis is at third. He'll bat second. This is an as-played lineup. Carl Furillo in right will bat third. Jackie Robinson cleans up at second. Gil Hodges at first will bat fifth. The Tickle Me one is in the lineup today. Louie will bat sixth. Olmo in left field. Roy Campanella behind the plate will bat 7th. Duke Snyder in center field will go 8th. And Preacher Rowe on the mound. Shad should throw about 125 pitches, and they'll need every one of them, as the Dodgers pretty much exhausted their bullpen yesterday. Here's a lineup for the Braves, or the defensive alignment. Russell in left is a 3 and a 3. CB Sisti is a 2 and a 2 in center. That's a good dance move, but it's not a good defensive number in Action PC. Eddie Sauer is a 5 and a 2 in right. Bob Elliott, 8 at third. Alvin Dark is a 7 at short. Connie Ryan is at second. He's a 5. L.B. Fletcher, a 5 at first. Del Crandall, who somehow got hurt in the latter innings yesterday, he's fine. He's back in the lineup full strength. And a 9 and a 9. And Warren Spahn finishes his warm-up toss as he is at 8 with a .932 fielding percentage. We'll talk about what the Cardinals did when we get to the standings in the 4th inning. The Dodgers know how the Cardinals did, but we're going to keep it. It's just like NBC's Olympic coverage. Plausibly live. Pee Wee Reese at 310. 30 doubles, 14 homers, and 82 RBIs. We get set on a Tuesday afternoon for some live baseball for you. Pitch to Pee Wee. Struck him out. Spahn got him on the outside corner on a curve on a full count, and that caught Crandall wrong in the glove. So the home plate umpire, Al Red Sox fan, and Crandall is looking at Crandall's thumb. He's shaking it off like he's trying to get a thermometer back down, and Dell says he's fine, and so 1 out. Mix this at 250, 5 RBI. And Eddie draws the walk. So 1 out walk. Full count. Fastball was in the dirt. Brings up Ferrillo. Carl at 327. 25 homers and 130 RBI. We've heard that the on-the-road radio crew on the Columbia Broadcasting System is making a trip out to Washington State to check a goat farmer who has dressed all of his goats in Brooklyn Dodger uniforms this week, as the Dodgers try to win the National League. Pitch or throw to first, mixes back. No truth to that. Pitch to Ferrillo. There's a ground ball up the middle. Dark. Ryan, Dark for 1, Fletcher for 2. That's a double play. And that is 4-6-3. So the Dodgers, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left after half an inning. Preacher Rowe starts to warm up. No score. So Preacher is 13-7 with a 3.58 ERA. Shad is 34 years old, a fastball pitcher at 82, and a flyball plus pitcher. This is his 7th start against the Braves. 51 2/3 innings, 48 hits, 25 runs. All of them earned. He's walked 13 and struck out 27. So these two teams are Mr. Rowe is very familiar with the Braves. His last start was against the Reds on the 14th. So 2 full weeks rest for Preacher, the lefty. Against Cincinnati, he took the loss. 8 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs all earned. He walked 1 and struck out 2. So overall, 191 innings, 200 hits, 19 homers, 82 runs, 76 earned. He's walked 36 and struck out 98, which means that he is one of the few pitchers in 1949 to actually have control. I think they're going to rename this season the June Allison season because you needed so much to Penn's. Sibby Sisti will lead off for the Braves in center field. Al Dark will bat second and play short. Constance Ryan is at second. He'll bat third. Bob Elliott cleans up at third base. Mr. Russell in left will bat fifth. Eddie Sauer is in right. He'll bat sixth. Del Crandall, who somehow got his thumb nicked on a fastball by Warren Spahn in the first, will bat seventh. L.B. Fletcher is at first. He'll bat eighth. No relation, by the way, to Jessica. And Warren Spahn, who threw 18 pitches in his half of the first, will bat ninth. Defensively for the Dodgers, Louis Olmo is a 2 and a 6 in left. Duke Snyder a 9 and an 8 in center. Carl Furillo is an 8 and a 10 in right. Eddie Mixis is a 5 at third. Pee Wee Reese is a 9 at short. Jackie Robinson an 8 at second. Gil Hodges a 9 at first. Campanella a 9 and a 6 behind the plate. And Rowe is a 6 on the mound with a .944 fielding percentage. Seasty steps in at 277, 12 doubles, 4 homers, and 32 RBI. Rowe's first offering of the game is a line drive base hit left field. Olmo throws it back in, and that's a hit. Brings up Dark. Al at 295, 5 homers, and 62 RBI. Throw to first, Seasty back. Pitch to Dark. There goes the runner. There's a ground ball base hit left side. Olmo picks it up. Seasty runs on to third. And the Braves have 2 on and nobody out for Connie Ryan. Connie at 237, 7 homers, and 30 RBI. Pitch to from Rowe. Here's a fly ball deep left field. The runners go. Olmo will turn and watch it go. It's 3-0 Boston. Ryan, that's his 8th of the year. And the Braves are off to a fast start. That ball was crushed. And they fight for the souvenir in the Boston and Maine rail yard across the way. Brings up Bob Elliott. There's still nobody out. Elliott at 324, 21 homers, and 120 RBI. I can hear the screams of Maldito from here. Pitch to Elliott. Got him. 2-2 right down Broadway on the curve. 1 out for Russell. Jim at 271, 12 homers, and 62 RBI. Here's a line drive base hit center field. He's digging for 2. The throw to Robinson. No, sir. That's number 33 on the year. And this is the wrong time for Rowe to be running on E. Here's Eddie Sauer. Eddie at 239. A homer and 30 RBI. The pitch. In the right center. Furillo. 2 out. Russell will tag, and Jim goes into third. 2 out for Del Crandall. Del at 288, 5 homers and 30 RBI. So the Braves, that's a big hit. Crandall. Ground ball to short. Pee Wee's got it over to Hodges, and that will retire the side. Well, the Preacher coughed up a hairball in the first. 3 runs on 4 hits and no errors. After 1, Boston 3, Brooklyn nothing. So it'll be Robinson, Hodges, and Olmo. Jackie at 364, 36 doubles, 17 homers, and 108 RBI. Braves led 1-0 until the 7th yesterday. Dodgers tied it in the 7th and won it in the 12th. There's a ground ball right back up the box to Spahn. Over to Fletcher, 1 out. Spahn does his best Jerry Cheevers impression. But in 1949, you could knock Warren Spahn over with a feather if you knew who Jerry Cheevers was. Here's Gil. Hodges at 315, 23 homers, and 114 RBI. There's a line drive to left field. Russell's there, 2 out. And that'll bring up the tickle me one. Louis at 333. Olmo has 7 doubles and 17 RBI. Spahn deals. Ground ball is short. Dark almost on the grass. Bang banger. Olmo can run. And he is out by an eyelash. So they got him on the bang banger, and that's it. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the second inning here in Boston. It's the Braves 3, the Dodgers nothing. So here's Fletcher. He'll be at 262. 11 homers and 46 RBI. Spahn on deck, and then Ceasty. Rowe threw 32 pitches in his half of the first inning. Ground ball to first. Hodges to the bag, 1 out. Warren Spahn at 202. A homer and 6 RBI. Thursday is our next live baseball game. It will be the Cubs hosting the Cardinals. Noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. And my guess is we will now have a Friday game at lunch. And we'll explain why in a few. Pitch to Spahn. Strike 3. Campanella has to go fish for it. Throws to Hodges at first. And there's 2 out. So, Rowe, an opening 9 of 43 pitches, an inning and 2/3, 4 hits. The 3-run shot by Ryan is huge, because all 3 of those runs are earned, and Preacher has struck out 2. Ceasty singled and scored in the first. From the wide. Got him! He swings and misses at an 0-2 Bugs Bunny fastball, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the third here on a beautiful day in Boston. It's 3-0 Braves. So Campanella, Snyder, and Rowe to face Spahn here in the third. Roy at 306, 22 homers, 82 RBI. This is game 152 for Brooklyn. They only have 2 left after this. The Cardinals have 3. Pitch to Campy. There's a line drive base hit past Ryan. First hit for the Dodgers. And that'll bring up Snyder. Duke at 273. 26 homers and 88 RBI. From the stretch. Line drive, base hit up the middle. Ceasty will pick it up, throw it back in. Runners on first and second. Nobody out for Rowe. Preacher at 152. Obvious bunt situation here with 8 RBI. Squares. Crandall has it. Throws to first. Ryan there, 1 out. So 2-4. And that'll bring up Pee Wee in a situation that he can drive into. Opening 9 for Spahn. 36 pitches in 2 1/3 innings. 2 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. Pee Wee is the strikeout victim. And he draws a walk. They're loaded. A 3-1 fastball high and inside. And that'll bring up Mixus. Eddie walked his first time up. Say hi if you're in the chat. Campanella on third. Snyder on second. Reese on first. 1 out. 3-0 Boston. Top of the third. Spahn deals. There's a base hit up the middle. Campanella scores. Snyder will round third. Reese will hold the throw to Crandall. Got him! So there's 2 out. And Ceasty, who's got a rubber arm. Hey, Rick, how are you?
Cece, who's got a ramen noodle arm, threw the strike to Crandall to get the trail runner. So Reese will hold at second, Mixes on first, and the Braves are up 3-1. Where are you from, Rick? Ferrillo grounded into a double play his first time up. Spawn now from the line. There's a ground ball up the middle. Ryan to Dark in some combination, and that will reach Ryan. So for you. So he picked it up, found the bag, and that will do. 1 run for the Dodgers, 3 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It's the Braves 3. The Dodgers 1. Midlife crisis. How are you, my friend? It'll be Dark, Ryan, and Elliott here to face Rowe in the bottom of the third. Al singled and scored in the first. Yep, we're right down to it. The Dodgers, as we said, will have 2 games left after this. The Cardinals, after today, will have 3. And we'll tell you about what happened in Pittsburgh after this half inning. Pitch to Dark. There's a fly ball to left. Olmo, 1 out. Glad you're doing well, my friend. Here's Ryan. Connie, his 8th of the year. Made it 3-0 in the first. Can't tell you what we're doing next week yet because I'm not sure what we're doing the rest of this week. Pitch to Ryan. Line drive, base hit, extra bases. Ryan's got 2. So his 14th double of the year, and Connie has 6 bases in total. He just slammed that down the line. Ferrillo had to wait for it to bounce off the wall and had no chance to get Ryan. So here's Bob Elliott. He struck out his first time up. Rowe. Base hit left field. Ryan rounds third and scores. Elliott is in the second with a double, and it's 4-1 Boston. And now I'll bring up Jim Russell, who doubled. Rowe needed to go deep. He's in serious trouble here in the third. Pitch to Jim. There's a base hit into right field. Elliott will hold at third. So that's the 7th hit for the Braves. Runners on the corners, 1 out for Sauer, who's 0 for 1. Brooklyn would take 2 and run. How you doing, Mike, from the truck? Preacher Road deals, and there's a fly ball. Center field. Back goes Snyder. And he bobbled it. He makes an error. Elliott will score. Russell moves on to second. That should have been an easy catch. And it's 5-1 Boston. Here's Crandall. Dell is 0 for 1. Rowe is on the ropes. In the center field. Back goes Snyder. He'll make the catch. Russell will tag. He's going to throw. Snyder's got a gun, and he is safe. Oh, that was close. Never mind what the play-by-play said. That was close. So here's L.B. Fletcher. L.B.'s 0 for 1. Pitch from Rowe. Got him. He got out of it, but gave up 2 runs on 3 hits and an error. We go to the 4th. It is 5-1 Boston. And as we post the standings on the screen, the rest of the day is done. Brooklyn needs to win this one because the Cardinals got a 1-hitter from Jerry Staley in Pittsburgh. So St. Louis has already won today. They are 90-61. And the Dodgers are not helping their cause right now. That's for sure. So, remember, they only have 2 regularly scheduled games left after this. And you never want the magic number to be bigger than what you have left to play. The Dodgers' fate's in their own hands. They win today, it's 2. But the Cardinals have gone on the road, and now they've won 4 straight. And so that's that for that. Cardinals, by the way, go to Wrigley, who've lost 4 straight. And the Dodgers head for Philadelphia, who's a .500 team. So, advantage St. Louis as we head into the last weekend of the season. But this one's not done and dusted yet. Jackie Robinson's 0 for 1. Spahn starts the 4th. Ground ball to 3rd. Elliott, 1 out. Here's Hodges. Gill is 0 for 1. These are the games that give human managers fits because you know what Preacher Rowe is capable of doing on the mound. The bullpen got tested yesterday because everyone threw in the 12-inning game. Hodges, there's a long drive to left, and that's 1 back. It's 5-2. Hodges plants that one off the scoreboard. His 24th of the year. Boom. That's what the Dodgers have to do. It's his 7th against the Braves. Here's Olmo. Louis 0 for 1. 5-2 now. 1 out, top the 4th. Boston ahead. Olmo into left field. Russell has it for the out. So remember, Brooklyn and St. Louis are on the road the rest of the regular season. If they end up tied, because the way the National League did their playoffs, then it is a best of 3. Game 1 would be in St. Louis. Game 2 and 3, if needed, would be in Brooklyn. And then the winner would stay in town for games 1 and 2 of the World Series against the Yankees. Campanella singled and scored his first time up. Popped up. Left side. Elliott will run out of real estate. Count is 1-2. Pitch from Spahn. Campy hits a base hit in the left field. Russell will pick it up. Campy will hold with a single. Elliott should have had that. So the Dodgers fighting back. Here's Snyder. Duke singled his first time up. 2 out. Top of the 4th. Got him. Spahn got him to look at a rainbow curve on an 0-2 pitch. So the Hodges homer moves the Dodgers closer. 2 hits, no errors, and leave a runner on. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 5-2 Boston. So Spahn, Seasty, and Dark here in the bottom of the 4th. Warren struck out his first time up. This time in the left center. Snyder, 1 out. Here's CB Seasty. I can never say that the same way twice. Anyway, he's 1 for 2. He has singled, scored, and struck out. Rowe has not been sharp. 79 pitches, 18 batters, 3 1/3 innings, 7 hits, a homer, and 4 strikeouts. But all 5 runs are earned. There's a little bounder in the hole on the left side. Olmo will pick it up. And that's another hit for the Braves. That's 8. Here's Dart. Al 1 for 2. He has singled and scored. Seasty holds. Strike 3. Rowe got him. He got him to look at a 1-2 fastball. Little bit of movement on there. Here's Connie Ryan. He has been the Dodger killer in this game, he hit a 3-run shot in the first, and then doubled the second time up and scored. So 2 out, bottom of the fourth. 5-2 Boston. Pitch to Ryan. There's a fly ball to left. That will stay in the yard. Olmo is there, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit and no errors. They leave a runner on. We go to the fifth. 5-2 Boston. So Rowe will stay in the game. Again, he's not going to go the distance, but whatever he can give them at this point saves them for down the road just a bit. Kind of sacked one his first time up. To short, Dark, 1 out. Here's Reese. Pee Wee walked and struck out. He's 0 for 1. Spahn is opening 18, 67 pitches, 4 1/3 innings, 5 hits. The home run to Hodges, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. To short, second verse. Well, no, Reese is running and he's safe. Dark, that was a bang-bang play, and Reese got the final bang. So Pee Wee's on with a single. 1 out for Mixis. Eddie has walked and singled. Drove in a run. Spahn deals. Ground ball to first. Might be 2. Fletcher only has a play at first. He takes it to the bag. 2 out. So Reese moves to second. Furillo is 0 for 2 with a grounding into a double play. Pitch from Spahn. Got him! Furillo swings and misses at the fastball. And now we're halfway home on a Tuesday afternoon. Braves 5, Dodgers 2. We'll be back in a moment. So if you joined us late, here's how we got here. First, the more important news for the Dodgers is that the Cardinals beat the Pirates today. Jerry Staley threw a 1-hitter for St. Louis. So the Dodgers did not get any help from the Pirates. The magic number remains 3, and the margin is now 1 game. The Braves got 3 in the first on a Connie Ryan blast, his 8th of the year, to make it 3-0. Dodgers cut it to 3-1 in the third. Eddie Mixis with an RBI single to make it 3-1. In the bottom of the inning, however, Bob Elliott doubled home Connie Ryan to make it 4-1. And then Duke Snyder misplayed a fly ball by Eddie Sauer to make it 5-1. In the top of the fourth, Gil Hodges cut it to 5-2 as he smashed his 24th of the year high up on the scoreboard here at Braves Field. So Preacher Rowe is not pitched well. 4 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs all earned. He has, however, struck out 5. Warren Spahn, a 6-hitter through 5. He's given up 2. And that's how we got here. It'll be Elliott, Russell, and Sauer here in the bottom of the fifth. Bob doubled, struck out, 1 for 2, scored, and drove in a run. By the way, a new project starts tomorrow night at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific here on the Twitch channel. I won't say what it is, but John Tesh may or may not be involved. Care to guess? Pitch to Elliott. Ball 4. So Rowe gives up the leadoff walk. Here's Russell. He has singled and doubled. 1 for 2. 2 runs, 6 hits, and error for the Dodgers. They've left on 4. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Braves, and they have left on 4. Late arrival this morning. What has happened? Well, Connie Ryan, a 3-run homer in the first. Part of the big uprising for the Braves. They lead the Dodgers 5-2. Some goat farmer in Washington is being featured in an on-the-road segment on the CBS Evening News because all of his goats are dressed in Dodger uniforms. The Cardinals have won already today. Jerry Staley threw a one-hitter over the Pirates. St. Louis closes their season at Wrigley. The Dodgers are off on the next game date, and then they travel down to Philadelphia for their last 2. So no help from the Cardinals. The magic number remains 3. Russell singled and doubled. Name that tube? You could do that. Like I said, your clue is John Tesh may or may not be involved. There's a fly ball, center field. Snyder makes the catch. Elliott goes back to first. 1 out for Sauer. Eddie is 0 for 1 with an RBI. Hit that fly ball that Snyder couldn't handle in the third. And that run is now fortuitous as the Dodgers try to climb back here in the 5th. As we play the 5th. Sauer into right field. Furillo. He'll make the catch. 2 out. Del Crandall. He's 0 for 2. Pitch from Rowe. And there's a fly ball to left. That will hook foul, but Olmo is there, and he tickles that one in his glove. So no run, no hits, and no errors. So Rowe is settled in there. He might go to 6th after 5, 5-2, Boston. So Spahn will face Robinson. Hodges, who smashed one off the scoreboard. And the Tickle Me one, who's 0 for 2. Jackie is also 0 for 2. Pitch from Spahn. There's a line drive, and Elliott's right there. 1 out. I'm going to insure my legs also, man. No. No one wants any part of my body insured, John. I like that one. That was funny. And I'd forgotten about that part of John Tesh's career. Hodges is 1 for 2, and his 24th of the year, his last time up. Now has driven in 115 and scored 98. I like that. That's funny. Pitch to Gill. There's a line drive past Ryan, a base hit. So that's a 7th hit for the Dodgers. 1 out for Olmo. Louis is 0 for 2. Hodges not a threat to steal. Spahn deals. Olmo, this should be 2. Dart, Ryan, no! Hodges with a roll block slide, and it's just a fielder's choice. There was no throw, and Olmo's on first, so 6-4 on the fielder's choice. 2 out for Campy, who has singled twice and scored once. Cards and Cubs Thursday at the lunch hour here on the East Coast. And I tell you, the other part of John Tesh's career I try not to think about. Okay. Being married to Connie Selica? That didn't excite you? Throw to first, Olmo back. Stuff that you don't necessarily talk about in a Fortnite stream. Pitch to Campy. Struck him out. Warren got him to swing and miss on a 2-2 curve. No runs, a hit. The Dodgers leave another runner on after 5.5. It's Boston 5, Brooklyn 2. So Fletcher, Spahn, and Seasty to face Rowe. And this should be Rowe's last inning. He has settled in and kept the Dodgers in the game. 3 runs with this offense. Tain't much, McGee. Fletcher's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Ground ball to second. Robinson. 1 out. She was also married to Gil Gerard. Buck Rogers. Poor Gil. You're going to have to put the disclaimer on that part of there. You're going to drive a train using Tesh's music as ambience. No. I can put myself to sleep without that. I need to re-download the flight sim, but no, it's a sports thing. Here's Spahn. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Todd B. actually suggested it. Up the middle, Snyder snares it. Nope. Not racing. What would John Tesh have to do with racing? Here's Seasty. Sibby is 2 for 3. He has struck out, singled twice, and scored. Rowe, 115 pitches through 27 batters, 5 2/3 innings, 8 hits. That mammoth homer to Ryan. He's walked 1 and struck out 5. So Rowe facing what they hope is his last batter. Got him. He struck out 6. He got him to chase a 80-mile-an-hour fastball. Oh, boy, the Tortoise would be happy at that. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 7th. It's 5-2 Boston. So Snyder, pitcher spot, and Reese. And now the Dodgers got to wonder if they can squeeze another inning on a row. See what the Duke of Flatbush does here. He has singled and struck out. Spahn's pitch, fly ball right field. Sauer will make the catch as we start the 7th inning. And so now Brooklyn knows they have to win this game, and so we'll sing, "Who Can Hit a Lefty?" And the Dodgers hope the answer is Tommy Brown. Hitting .474 as a pinch hitter with a homer and 2 RBI. He is hitting .327 overall, 4 homers and 19 RBI. 1 out, top the 7th. 5-2 Boston. There's a line drive base hit. That worked. And that is the 8th Dodger hit. That'll bring up Pee Wee Reese, who was 1 for 2. He has singled, struck out, and walked. Spahn through 27 batters, 99 pitches, 6 1/3 innings, 8 hits. The home run to Hodges. He has walked 2 and struck out 4. Pee Wee, right center. Sauer makes the catch. 2 out. Eddie Mixix, the batter, 1 for 2, has singled and walked and driven in a run. Pitch to Eddie. There's a fly ball to left. Russell is there. Stretch time in Boston, 5-2. I'm sure Tesh wrote something for the Olympics, but D. Scott Howard got it right. Round ball rock. Paul Minner, lefty, is 25 years old. He's a fastball pitcher at 85 and a fly ball plus pitcher. He stays in the game in the 9 hole. This is his 37th appearance. He is 9-6 with 6 saves. and an ERA of 4.55. This is his fifth appearance against the Braves. 10 2/3 innings, 11 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. He walked 8 and struck out 6. 1-1 with a 3.38 ERA against the Braves. He needs to shut him down for 2 innings. He last pitched 5 days ago against the Phillies. 2 1/3 innings. That game was in Brooklyn, I know that. 2 hits, a run it was earned. He got the save and struck out 2. So 59 1/3 innings. 55 hits, 10 homers. Goodness gracious, St. Marie. 32 runs in total. 30 earned runs. 29 walks and 27 strikeouts. John, you're old enough to know what round ball rock is. Think Marv Albert, Michael Jordan, and triple headers. Al Dart is 1 for 3. He has singled, struck out, and scored. Minner starts his night with a ground ball to first. Hodges, 1 out. Brings up Ryan. Connie is 2 for 3. He has doubled, homered, driven in 3, and scored twice. And Ahmad Rashad, yep. Tesh also did a couple of the NFL themes for NBC. Can't play any of them because it violates copyright, but we can talk about them. At one point, the complaint was that Ahmad Rashad was Michael Jordan's personal caddy every time the Bulls were on. Pitch to Ryan. Got him. Minner struck him out. A 1-2 fastball. Out of the zone, 2 out for Elliott. It'll be Furillo, Robinson, and Hodges in the 7th. Or the 8th for the Dodgers, rather. Elliott 1 for 2. Bob has doubled, scored, walked, struck out, and driven in a run. Although you seem to have pulled that one, Mr. Howard, out a little too eagerly. Available on John Tesh Live at Red Rocks. I actually listened to a big band version of the Round Ball Rock last night. It was pretty good. Pitch to Elliott. Oh, that hit him. Oh, don't do that. Elliott goes to first. Here's Russell. Jim is 2 for 3. He is singled and doubled. Got him. Minner struck him out on a 1-2 fastball. Got him looking. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 8th. Dodgers trying to climb back into this one. 5-2 Boston. So Furillo, Robinson, and Hodges. Carl has not had a good day. He has struck out and grounded into a double play. Spahn deals. There's a ground ball base hit left side. So Furillo on first for Jackie Robinson, who's 0 for 3. Dave Gardner project continues to go on. Can congratulate the Montreal Canadiens for making that Stanley Cup final. If you didn't catch Dave's stream, they swept the Philadelphia Flyers. Heavy action on Monday Night Football is the GOAT. I'm a big fan of the pots and pans that CBS used in the late 80s. But Round Ball Rock is pretty damn cool. Pitch to Robinson is a fly ball to center field. CC coming in, makes the catch for the out. 1 out for Hodges. And of course, for those of us who've watched TV on both sides of the border, the original theme to Hockey Night in Canada. She just passed away at the age of 94, by the way. The woman that composed it. Hodges has singled and homered. Solo shot. Yep. Now only heard on TSN broadcasts. Pitch to Hodges. Gets away from Crandall, and Ferrillo moves to... No, Hodges is... What? Well, you can't be out on a pass ball. So Spahn throws it in the dirt. Crandall couldn't find it, and Ferrillo moves to second. So the count is 3-0 to Hodges, who draws the walk. So now the tying run is Olmo, with one out here in the eighth. See, we do try to teach something. And it's not even a Fortnite stream, John. Olmo is 0 for 3. Ferrillo on second. Hodges on first. One out. Top of the eighth. 5-2 Boston. Got him! He swings and misses at a fastball that was 3 inches off the plate. 2 out for Campanella, who is 2 for 3. He has singled twice, scored, and struck out. Spahn deals. Popped up. Left side. Elliott. Plenty of room. Retires the side. No runs a hit. The Dodgers leave on 2 after 7.5. 5-2 Boston. No, I'm just seeing one of each. Don't know if anyone else is seeing 2. You can always hit F5, see if that, just refresh it and see if it works. If you're on the phone watching, I can't help you there. So Sauer, Crandall, and Fletcher. Dodgers with a golden chance. Get nothing in the 8th. They'll have Snyder, pitcher spot, and Pee Wee in the 9th. But Minner needs to hold the Braves off the board. Sauer's 0 for 3. Drove in a run. Base hit left field. Olmo bobbles the ball. Sauer will go to second. And that brings up Crandall. Minner just shakes his head. They'll walk Crandall to set up the double play. Fletcher, right move. 0 for 3 with a strikeout. The expected batting average here is 196. So Sauer on second, Crandall on first. Nobody out, bottom of the 8th. 5-2 Boston. Here's the pitch. Did it work? Line drive to Robinson, 1 out. And let's see what the Braves do here with Spahn, who was 0 for 3 in a strikeout. The Cardinals have already won. Jerry Staley with a one-hitter in Pittsburgh. So the lead is 1. Brooklyn is off on the next game day. Spahn stays in the game. Shallow left center. Snyder tracks it down, 2 out. Sauer will hold, and that'll bring up CB Sisti. Sisti is 2 for 4. He has singled twice and struck out twice. And driven in a run. It'll be Snyder, pitcher, and Reese in the 9th. I did hear there'll be an all-female MLB broadcast today. It's exclusively on YouTube, where everyone will have extremely complimentary, friendly, and female-friendly comments. Don't you think? It'll be as happy-and-go-lucky in the live chat as Willy Wonka at the end of that movie before Charlie won. Good day, sir. I said good day. Pitch to Sisti. Got him! Minner did his job. He swings and misses on the changeup. And CB strikes out for the 3rd time today. The Dodgers aren't dead yet. No runs, a hit, and 1 error. They've left on 8. So have the Dodgers. We go to the 9th. It's 5-2 Boston. So Snyder, pitcher spot, and Reese here in the ninth. The Duke is 1 for 3. He has singled and struck out. Spahn's pitch, right field, Sauer, 1 out. Marv Rackley comes in to pinch hit as a pinch hitter, 447, a homer, and 6 RBI. Overall, 336, 2 homers and 24 RBI. Cardinals Cubs Thursday. Basketball tomorrow night. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. But right now, it's Warren Spahn versus Marv Rackley. Here's the pitch. Rackley into right. Sauer, 2 out. And so Pee Wee Reese is the last chance saloon. He has singled, struck out, and walked. And did something else. He's 1 for 3. So Spahn threw 36 batters, 129 pitches, 8 2/3 innings, 9 hits. The homer, he has walked 3 and struck out 5. He is an out away from his 21st win. Ground ball of Fletcher, and the lead is a half a game as the Braves have beat the Dodgers. Five runs, 9 hits, and no errors for the Braves. 2 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors for the Dodgers. Warren Spahn goes the distance. 9 innings, 9 hits, 2 runs, both earned. A home run to Hodges. I thought the game was going to change right there. He walked 3 and struck out 5 through 132 pitches. It's getting tight. That's right. Preacher Rowe battled. He lost. He gave up 5 runs in the first 3. They got him for 6, and they didn't need to go anyone past Minner. 8 hits, 5 runs, all earned the homer. He walked 1 and struck out 6. Minner, a very solid 2 innings. Hold on a sec. Oh. You can't swim. All right. 1 second here, and so it'll be Connie Ryan as our player of the game, 2 for 4 with 3 RBI. So, you want tight? We'll show you tight. Red Sox beat the Nats 4-3. Kinder 13-13. Hudson 12-11. Yankees, Lopat looking to start Game 1 of the World Series. They beat the A's 3-2, and Chicago beats Cleveland 4-2. Here's the box. Jerry Staley, the one hitter for St. Louis. 4-0 the score. Marty Marion on a fielder's choice in the 6th. Pirates had 2 errors and couldn't score. Ron Northey scores on a wild pitch, and then they get 2 insurance run, including Jerry Staley with a sac fly to make it 4-0. Both pitchers go complete games. I'm that button. All right, so we start a new basketball project tomorrow. It won't be one that's on a super regular basis. I know I always say that with basketball projects, but one I think you enjoy and suggested by Todd B. So, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on this channel, I teased John Tesh and NBC. It really is a CBS game. It is the 86-87 Lakers against the 83-84 Celtics, along with 7 other games going on simultaneously. Our game becomes a stinker, we can switch to another game. Isn't that exciting? All right, so that debuts tomorrow night at 8. It'll be the Cardinals at Wrigley Thursday at noon. And tomorrow, of course, we tape Digital Dice as well. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Yep, it's a half a game between the Cardinals and the Dodgers. And if the Cardinals win Thursday, we're tied going in to the weekend.
So long, everybody. Have a good night.